Welcome everyone to Rhythm and Roads. I'm your host Joshua Jacob. We have a very special guest. We have Enrique Martinez. How you doing, sir? Welcome. Bass player for
Hello,
Soul
how's it going?
Parade, bro. Soul Parade. Oh, I love you
Yep.
guys. How did you start with Soul Parade, bro? How did it all start with you?
Soul Parade started when Josh and Eduardo asked me if I could bass. I was already playing bass with my brother Eduardo,
Oh, okay, cool.
and then my brother recommended me to Josh, and then Josh was iffy at first, and I wasn't very good to be honest. But now I'm here,
Now you're a
and yeah,
pro.
and I'm kind of a pro. We're all working towards getting there.
So why was the iffy at first?
Because I guess I was more about like moving around and playing right. And, I had to sacrifice. Like I started having to go over, hey, accuracy of what I play over just having overtly too much fun, messing around on stage. So it was a me thing. It was like, he's like, I don't want this kind of guy. And I get it, man. Because honestly, I don't want to be not respected as a musician and just be a performer. You know what I mean?
I get you, yeah. So that's why you do those movements with the bass, right? Where just like this.
Every here and there, I
Yeah,
still have
everything. Yeah, yeah. You still have some power to do that. Cool, cool. Which
some
it
of
it
that.
does look good. I mean, I'm glad you get to move around. But
Mhm.
but I guess before all that, maybe there was a lot more where you were jumping in the crowds, body
Oh yeah,
surfing. Yeah, there you go,
well
bro.
maybe maybe not that intense,
Oh, okay, okay.
but I was definitely put on a show kind of deal, which
Yeah, no, I
I don't
get you.
think now that I'm looking back, I'm just like, yeah, I should have not done that.
Oh,
But
okay. Oh,
you live
okay.
and learn, right?
Yeah, that's the journey, brother. So, what inspired you to be a bass player? Like, was there certain music you listened to that you were just listening to the bass? You're like, man, I want to play that. Like, what interests you to that?
Well, two reasons really. I feel like it's easier to find a guitarist anywhere in the city, anywhere in the
Mm,
country.
okay.
Everybody plays guitar, and I wanted to get the role of I wanted to fill a role here. I was like, okay, well, everybody needs a bassist, and I could do that role that nobody really wants to do. And
Mm,
then I've always kind of liked it. Like Sublime is like
mm,
has pretty good bass lines.
mm-hmm.
I started out like wanting to be like a Les Claypool from Primus, and then
Okay.
obviously that took a lot of work. And then sometimes the bass lines is what really brings. It's just what hooks the song
Oh yeah.
completely, and
Yeah.
like, hey, that seems like fun. I want to do that instead. And
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what got into it.
And the cool thing is that the bass player also goes with the rhythm of the drummer. You guys kind of are a little
Yeah,
bit in sync, so you guys always have that little back to back. So I think that's what I like about bass players too, is because when you're playing the drums and then the bass player is kind of going with the rhythm, it's like a whole different atmosphere with that. It's pretty cool.
yep,
Do you
yep,
ever
yep.
like jazz music? Do you ever get into that? Because I mean, there's a lot of good jazz bass players out there too.
I don't pretend to like
No, that's
it.
fine. Yeah, no, just asking.
It's too I'm too smooth brained for that kind of stuff, you know,
Right.
and I don't have enough lines on my brain, so I can't appreciate it.
No, that's cool.
Yeah,
No, no problem. So for you to what do you do? I know you're an engineer, right? For work,
yeah, software
software.
engineer.
Wow, that's awesome. Where did you go to school for that?
I went to UTEP for that
Oh, okay.
here in El Paso.
Nice, man. What inspired
Took
you
me
to
a
want to
couple.
do the software engineering?
Well, really, my aunts kind of guided me towards that. I wanted to be a teacher originally, which
Oh,
is
you
what
did?
Josh is. Yeah, which is what Josh is right now. I kind of wanted to be like, you know what? I'm not going to struggle. I'm going to teach. It'll be fun. And I was even going to teach like elementary. That way, it's. I mean, I would assume that's the easiest one. I'm not a teacher, so I can't tell you. But I just wanted to coast it.
Yeah.
And then there wasn't very many positions for teachers back in the day. Well, when
Oh,
I
there
was
wasn't?
trying to go for it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So then I ended up being like, well, it's sad or pick another career. And I was just like, okay, well, my aunt told me you should do computer science because
Wow.
you like getting on the computer a lot. And I didn't really know what it was. And then I kind of just started delving into it and it started seeming, but
After
yeah, I guess I just ended up doing the career over and over and over. And then now it's like, now it's my job and I
dude,
don't regret it at all. I love it.
that's awesome, man. Yeah. Nice. And so with Soul Parade and you doing software engineering, how do you balance all that? I mean, because I know you play a lot on the weekends during the week, but then you also have a full-time job.
I it's hard, man. I have to give up some days I can't get any hours in,
Oh, really? Yeah.
between going to work, then going to the gym, then coming home and then like, okay, well, I'm pretty pooped. Am I gonna read? Am I gonna piano it up? Am I gonna bass it up? What am I gonna learn? Like it's adulting is rough. And it's now I can at best get like maybe 2 hours in during the week and at best 4 hours on the weekend.
Wow, dude. That's true. You are actually learning piano, right?
Yeah, it's in there's some sheet music back over here.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I want to not, I'm not good at anything, but I want to have another thing to not be good at. And I was like, well, we already have a keyboard, weighted keyboard. I was just like, well, instead of buying like an accordion, which is what I would like to learn at some point,
Right.
I'll um I'll give it a go at the piano. And if I only do it for like a month, well, then I didn't lose any money. But
True.
I've been 3 months strong in getting some practice in. I at least give that 12 hours a week is the best I can do, but
Wow,
I'm
12
getting
hours a week?
yeah, I started marking in the calendar over here how much time I've been putting in every like okay, like besides what I have planned, I put like okay, 1 hour
Right.
and I know what it means. It means I know I can read my calendar and I know what it means to me. And I guess last week I got like about 10 hours. Well, yeah, from the 16th through the 21st, they got 10 hours, and I wasn't here for 2 of those days.
Oh,
So it
wow.
could have been like 12 if I really, really wanted it to be.
Yeah. What inspired you want to learn that? And learn the piano besides like another instrument
Besides
besides
owning
piano.
it, that and I always kind of like people doing complicated stuff on it. To me, that's like
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
it's just impressive to see somebody have so much skill in the piano, and it's like
Yeah.
I want to have half the skill all these people have. So
Yeah, man. No, I know what you mean because usually when I go to Las Vegas and I go to those like Bellagio and
yeah.
and those I guess lounges that are around there, the piano lounges. Yeah, you actually hear them live and you're like, damn, the way they play, very impressive. So I actually stand there and just listen. I'm like, cool. So yeah, man. I wish you the best on learning that, man. Then I'll go see you play.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks. Hopefully
You'll
one
have
day.
your own. You'll be like Yanni. You'll have your own album coming out with. You know who Yanni is, right?
Yeah, isn't that the
The one.
neo
It's like a long
classical?
haired. Well, he's kind of
Yeah,
like a long hair guy pianist. Yeah, but I've seen him
yeah,
live. He's great. He's great, dude. That's cool, man. So with Soul Parade moving forward to next year, I know you guys are working on an album, or on a second album, right?
yeah.
Yeah. What do you feel like this is different from the Garden and this one coming up? Is there any changes on that in the way from the Garden to this?
I would say it's the topics were a lot more grim than you know than before. Maybe we have like three heavy songs on there now, as opposed to maybe like one heavy song
What do you mean by
from the
heavy?
garden. So maybe for the garden we had a run and hide and cinnamon kisses,
Oh, okay. I remember those
which were
songs. Yeah.
like on the like not like on your we added some distortion on there. It was a little heavier
Ah,
than the rest of the album.
okay.
And then this one we have Extinction and the song called Coins. It has not been played yet.
Coins?
which
Okay.
are, yeah, which are have like more like not like happy, upbeat. Like, well, I mean, extinction just sounds grim,
It
and
does.
coins is just like, it's just it. I guess I don't even want to spoil it too much, but yeah, it's
Okay.
just not a super happy topic. The only really happy songs that we have are the ones that my brother added on there.
Okay.
But then after that, it's just like El Amor Tiene Precio is kind of like, hey, not a very happy song. Start over again, not a very happy song.
Very not
Uh,
happy song.
Pouring Rain is like kind of happy. So I'm just like, okay, as I'm thinking about the songs, it's just like more like not as upbeat as what we
Are
kind
used to.
of
Yeah.
to talk about before.
Cool, man.
So
And when do you plan on releasing these songs? Are they going to be just like sent as an EP, or are they just all going to be released in the whole album and that's it? Or are you guys going to release them individually, separately, like every other month?
we want to do a single this February. It's going to be a breakup song
Oh,
in
wow. Love it.
February, or it's going to be this relationship. Our relationships are not what they seem kind of deal.
Ooh, release it on Valentine's Day. That would go great.
That's actually the plan.
Oh, yeah. Was it your plan?
Yeah, it was I forgot. I think my brother came up with it. Hey, let's do a February release. We're kind of busy right now, and we don't have anything planned that far ahead.
Oh,
So we're
okay.
thinking, okay, well, at least February is a song dropped.
That works. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
actually thinking you guys were going to do it like beginning of January because for the new year.
Yeah, what I kind of been seeing is like December, November, December, January. Everybody's all caught up with Thanksgiving,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Christmas, like between Thanksgiving and Christmas, nobody's even really working. Everybody's like
True. Yeah.
vacation mode, and
Yeah. Chill
yeah,
mode.
exactly. So I'm just like, well, let's let's not do that.
And what's the song do you have in mind that you're gonna drop on Valentine's? The title of
El
it?
amor tiene precio.
What does that mean?
Love has a price.
Oh.
So, and I guess the way that we started that song is like, okay, like you might get into a relationship that, you think is great and everything, not really knowing all that much about it, kind of jumping in head first
Hmm.
without really even knowing the person. And then as you get to know the person, hey, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, or hey, there's a cost to this relationship. What I thought what it was going to be, it isn't. It's influenced by Tu Cárcel by the Bookies, Los Bookies. So yeah, it's kind of our take on kind of that song, but we made it our own. Decided to make it in Spanish. So yeah,
Oh, so
that's our take on the
it's gonna be in
yeah.
Spanish.
Yes, well, it's in English and in Spanish. So
Oh, okay. Well,
in
okay.
the verses are in English, the chorus is in Spanish.
Oh, is that right? Okay. That's
Yeah,
cool. That's
so
something different. Have you guys that's not on the garden, right? You don't have anything like that where it's verse English and then chorus Spanish?
for the garden, we just have a Niña Piña in just completely in Spanish.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's cool, man. Well, I hope you
Mhm.
drop that on Valentine's Day. That when everyone can get the hint of what it means on that song.
Well, that way,
Love has a
what should I
price.
say? You're like that way, as lonely people can have something to be like, you guys aren't really that happy.
Man. Yeah. And I bet that song's shared by experience too. It's gonna sound good, dude. I can't wait to hear it because I'm gonna be like, oh snap. I don't want to go out. I'm gonna be like, that's a little too personal there.
Yeah, um, should be good. I'm looking forward to it as well. I like the song. It's really
That
good.
yeah, it's really good. Cool, dude. And who's the one
Hmm.
that wrote it? Who wrote the song?
It was between Josh and Lexi.
Oh, they wrote it. Okay.
Yeah, Josh thought of it, and then Lexi kind of chimed in with her her vocals, and then the rest is like, okay, I'm gonna add here. Eduardo adds here. I like the bass a lot. It's very like oldies kind of style of right, like how they
Oh,
did it back in the day,
nice, nice.
three
And I
four
know,
time.
yeah, and I know you like the oldies, right?
Yeah, this is oldies, like oldies style. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. Just you have to listen to it to
All
see what
right.
I'm talking about.
Okay. And talking about oldies, what's your like oldies songs that you like from the 60s or 70s? From what groups?
So for sure the Beatles. Fleetwood Mac is in
Mm.
there. And I always forget, I number one is always gonna be Electric Light Orchestra.
Oh, really? Yeah, they're good.
A lot of people don't count them as like they're kind of always like overlooked, but they're extremely underrated.
Oh, they're really good. Yes.
They're
I
I
actually
love
like
them.
them.
They're a super good band.
And what songs do you like from Fleetwood?
My favorite one is Landslide. That would be like the
Oh, man.
just playing it on guitar, the little solo in between.
Yeah.
Go Your Own Way is like like it's between Landslide and Go Your Own Way. Those are my two like favorite ones.
You know, Landslide was actually I think written about her dad. Um what's her name? The
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, Stevie Nicks. She was sharing about it during an interview that that song's kind of based on her dad because I guess he passed or something at the time when she wrote it. So
Yeah, she actually did in one of her live one of the I guess one of the live versions of it. She outwardly dedicates it to her dad.
oh, she
Like
did. Okay.
yeah, like in one of the YouTube performances that I see live, I'm just like, oh, she straight up said it's for her dad, and I was just like, whoa,
Yeah, that landslide is so good, dude. I like that.
it, it's cool that I know the lore,
It's cool that you know the what?
the story of
Oh, the story.
like
Yeah,
little
yeah,
back the back of it, you know.
yeah. And that's what I like about a lot of albums, like actually certain albums you buy, even vinyl. They actually have a story behind some songs, and you could read about it and their meaning behind it. And that's why I like a lot about music because, like, I don't know if you ever heard of like, well, you've heard of David Bowie, but like Brian Ferry, Roxy Music, these other artists, Peter Gabriel, of course, Genesis, Phil Collins. A lot of their music is inspired by storytelling. Of course, music's like that, but they also in their albums or their vinyl, they have actual stories of like photos that go with the songs, and it's actually really cool for what I've seen. And that's what I like about that. And that's what I like about music videos too, because there's also stories in that. In
Yeah,
filmmaking, you can write a song based on your. I mean, you could write a story based on your song. Of a movie or something that goes with it.
yeah, no, I like how it's just like you can make a song and then have very many creative outlets for
Yes,
that song.
yes. There'll probably be a lot of outlets for that. One for Valentine's. A
Yeah,
lot to use with that one, dude. Even
we
making a
might
video.
we're thinking of making a music having a music video released with that as well.
Oh, you are okay.
But we'll see as the time passes by. We're getting to late October, so we'll see where we end up by then.
Nice. Okay. And what's the next shows for you guys? I know you have December, right? Or what? You have other shows coming up before December?
Yeah, we have Winterfest, I believe,
Oh, you do?
November
Nice.
26th.
November 26th. Nice, dude.
Mhm. And then we have La Posada at the Lowbrow, which is a benefit show as well, December 1st.
Mm,
And then we have another benefit show December 2nd at Rosewood Bar.
yes. I'm excited about that one too.
So we have stuff coming up. Always busy. And then right now we're doing stuff behind the scenes, pushing our music out through the internet.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always kind of like that side gig. You know what I mean? Like that like we have our full-time jobs, but we all make time to kind of add a little bit more to the back. It's not super time consuming. You just really need an hour really
No, that's true.
out of,
Yeah.
out of
You-
the 176 a week. I believe it's 170 some. It's we have a lot of time in the week. There's no way that we cannot squeeze in
oh, right, right.
something in there.
Do you see maybe in the future just doing a side project for yourself as a bass player, maybe for another group while being with Soul Parade or doing something on the side?
I'm kind of interested in that, but I guess it's either I learn how to play piano or I join another band. And right now, I rather no, not even join another band. I rather learn how to play. I
Yeah.
rather hone my skills as a musician as opposed to try to start something else. Maybe
That's
once
good.
I feel comfortable enough to with the keyboard, maybe I guess once I get at a decent keys level, maybe I'll play guitar for another group. Because I that's kind of always what I wanted to do, play guitar in general. So I'm thinking, okay, well, once I'm kind of good at the keyboard, then I'll hop on guitar, find a, bassist and drummers and all that, and singers. I think that's the hard part, getting a singer.
Mm,
So, but right now in the horizon, I kind of don't even feel like jamming like with
no.
anyone. It's kind of like,
Okay, man.
you know,
So as we're coming to a close on the podcast, where can the viewers find your music, Soul Parade, and find you on Instagram and all the social media?
they can find us on Instagram at Soul Parade Music. We can Apple Music is good too for Soul Parade, Spotify, YouTube, Soul Parade. All social media platforms we're on there.
Oh,
Not
okay.
on Twitter, not on Twitter, but Instagram, Facebook, Soul Parade Music.
Nice. And if they wanted to follow you,
If they want to follow me, they can do E_dot_exit.
cool, dude. Nice. Well, I look forward to seeing you guys play in the next show and actually look forward to the Rosewood because it's a lot of exciting news on that one too, which can't wait. Can't wait to share
Yeah,
it.
me
What
too. I'm looking forward to it.
dude, that's gonna be like, what the heck? I'm glad I'm like, well, I won't say nothing until the announcement, but yeah. It'd be nice to just have some fun, and but that's all I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
that
But
sounds good.
and I really appreciate you, man. You and the band have really just been there and supporting me and being there. Just and I really appreciate you guys just supporting me in this and other things as well. The first time we met was at the was it the Alamo Draft
Yeah,
House, and it was also with Sean from Sweet Ventura.
yeah.
But we were doing the video promo. I think it was for what was it for? Lowbrow?
It was for 6 de Mayo show that we had at Love Buzz.
Oh, that's right. For May
Yeah,
6th, right? Yeah, that's what it was for.
I have a really good memory, man. You have
Yeah.
no idea.
Yeah, I was trying to think like what would air like what was it for? But yeah, it was for that single May 6th,
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what yeah. It was pretty cool, man. But yeah, ever since then, man, it's been a good journey. So I really appreciate you guys very much.
we got you.
And I look forward to seeing what's next in the new year with Soul Parade, just the new adventures and creating music videos, the album. Just gonna be hopefully a tour, maybe, you never know.
Let's see what happens. I'm
Right.
looking forward.
Even maybe play at some festivals outside of El Paso too. That's always be a
Oh,
plus.
only one way to go but up.
That's right, brother. That's right. One way or up. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching this episode with Enrique Martinez from Soul Parade. And it was a pleasure having you on the podcast, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
And we will catch you guys on the next episode.